minutes remaining as well.
2 minutes.
You're recognized.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for recognizing me. I don't know that there's much left to say on the substance of this amendment. I did hear my colleague from Pennsylvania make some sort of disparaging remark about Maryland and about how he didn't live in Maryland, where apparently we don't understand the value of money. Well, the land where we actually are standing today used to be part of Maryland. It was ceded by Maryland to Congress for the purposes of creating the District of Columbia. And when our capital came under attack by violent insurrectionists and those who were chanting, "Hang Mike Pence," and who were determined to overthrow the 2020 presidential election, there were hundreds of police officers who came from Maryland to join the Metropolitan Police Department and the Capitol officers in defense of the capital of the United States. So I take umbrage at any insinuation that the people of Maryland need to take a backseat to anybody in terms of the defense of the principles of this country. So I would thank Mr. Perry for a correction about that, and I'm happy to reserve the remainder of my time.
Gentleman reserves. Gentleman from Pennsylvania is recognized.
Well, let me just say this. There was no disparaging remarks about Maryland, only the fact that people in Pennsylvania understand the value of $1 million or $1 billion, and they want to know how it's being spent in Washington, D.C., and it's their government. It is the citizens of the United States. It's their government, and it is their tax money. And this amendment seeks to provide that transparency so that they know the effect of executive orders coming out of the White House, how it affects their wallet. And they should know that. And we should all be for that. And so, with that, if you want to discuss the Inflation Reduction Act, look, you can call any bill here anything you want to. You can call it the, kittens are beautiful and the sun's going to shine today. But here's what I know. In central Pennsylvania, where I live, the good citizens that I represent are paying $5, $6, $7 for a dozen eggs. They're paying $6, $7 for a pound of hamburger. They can't afford to drive to work, and they can't afford to pay their energy bills, and they're having a hard time paying their mortgage. That's inflation, sir. That's inflation to the good gentleman from Maryland, and part of that is caused by the White House's edicts that impose things on the American people. They want to know, and they have the right to know what that is so they can inform their vote. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield the balance.
Gentleman yields back. Gentleman from Maryland is recognized.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, the prices of housing are too high. The prices of groceries are too high. That's why the administration is working concretely to lower prices and why inflation is coming down now across the board. And so what do we get from the majority today? They want a reporting bill about the inflationary impact in executive orders. Nothing even about what Congress is doing and how Congress is behaving and contributing to inflation. They want to somehow add a technical reporting requirement for executive orders and think that that's accomplishing something. Well, the administration is lowering the cost of student debt despite the fact that they're doing everything they can to stop it. The administration is acting to lower housing prices across the country, and we have moved to lower prescription drug prices and health care across the country, and they've been fighting us every step along the way. And instead, they come back with this reporting bill, which will do nothing to help the fight against inflation. Happy to yield back to you.
Gentleman yields. The question on the amendment is offered by